What up, YouTube? It's your boy Sleek back with another video, and today we're reacting to Clavicular is way scarier than Red Pill ever was. Listen, bro, I'm seeing the rise and fall of Clavicular, not necessarily because I just be seeing clips or I just be seeing the headlines of the titles and stuff like that. I'm not really tapped in, but we finna figure out what's going on with him because I'm seeing his downfall in real time. Before we get into that, go ahead and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Naughty Squad and like this video. We is almost at 1K. Let's get there. With that being said, let's see what this video hit for. Let go. Wow.
Thank you, bro.
Awesome. I love you so much.
Take care.
I dead have gone to bro. You're so cool.
Bro. Are you not worried that you could do real harm to your body?
I'd say I do care, and I know what can come with it. I'm just gonna do it the safest way possible. If I have a heart attack at 30, I have a heart attack.
Andrew Tate sold these young men.
Wow.
Fantasy.
What?
Fresh and Fit fed these young men a script for a lifestyle
Interesting.
that was not attainable
Windbreaker.
by anybody.
Omeezy.
But Clavicular, the worst of them all, gave them a live demo of how to speed run destruction of your life on real time. And that right there is what makes Clavicular more dangerous.
He was on
than
stream
any
with
other
Blueface?
Red Pillar, Manosphere guy, or any
Look
other
at that geeking.
self-help male guru that has existed in the place and space before him.
That's not even milk at that point. That's like milk with some dabs of cinnamon and shit. Sheesh. Yummy.
Self-help male guru that has existed in the place and space before him. Now, don't get me wrong. What Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels, and the rest of these guys did was harmful. But they spread messaging. It was some distance between that and the realities of the situation. A lot of it was podcast talk. A lot of it was performance. And ultimately, it collapsed after, reality set in and these guys got exposed for having girlfriends, being, as they would say, simps, and doing all this fake nonsense that wasn't the reality of the words that they were saying. But Clavicular is different. He's actually doing these things in real life. And for what it's worth, he's seeing some real rewards behind this stuff. He's ending up on the biggest publications and broadcasts in the world. He's getting favorable kick deals and sponsorships. And he's getting all of the fame and notoriety that anybody could ask for destroying his life in real time. And for what it's worth, kids are watching in real time and taking this in and replicating it. That right there and much more is why I think that Clavicular is way worse than Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels.
All right, bro, the influence of Clavicular, I still be struggling to say his name. Clavicular is like that moment where like Sneeko was walking, or I think he met a fan or something. He met a fan somewhere and they was dapping him up. They was, you know what I'm saying, chopping it up. And he was like, he says something about hating women, and Sneeko was looking at him like, and the kid was clearly influenced by Sneeko saying shit that he used to say and talk points that he used to talk about, you know what I'm saying? And he's like having a realization in real time that it's like, damn, I really need to chill, bro, because I got these kids watching me, they're influenced, and they saying shit like this. You just seen the girl walk up to him like, oh my God, Clavicular, I love you. Like, I started coke because of you, da-da-da-da. Like, what? Like, that's bad, bro.
Huh? If you're new to this and you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way for the channel.
And
can't tell, like,
I hope he doesn't have the same fan base as that nigga that we watched. I forgot the TikTok nigga with the looksmaxing with the nose, the butt for the nose, the yam on his face. I don't know, but like the way they be using the terminology like foids and not being able to talk to females and shit like that, so they look up to Clavicular because he's conventionally attractive, and I guess he be or farming the fuck out of females at certain events, and they just look up to that shit. But like, I hope his fan base ain't a bunch of incels using that shit, or if that's the same fan base that he got, because that's crazy.
Looksmaxing.
I would like, I don't know what type of rebrand that I would do.
Step, so please hit the subscribe button. Now back into the video.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, never do that again.
Holy me.
What are you doing? What like what? Is that a wig? Is he's definitely trolling. He's trolling. My bad. He's trolling.
How do you feel?
You would think that Clavicular's OD from the other day would be some sort of wake-up call for him as a content creator and streamer. I did see some footage of him saying that he was going to turn his life around, you know, maybe put some of the drugs down and all this other stuff, maybe changing his whole content style because he was so reliant on it. But to be honest with you, that's not what we've seen so far. All we got was a hospital visit, a moment of panic, some public concern from some people, but ultimately it was a blip on the timeline of Clavicular. Maybe a day or two afterwards, he hopped back up out of the hospital bed and went straight to the opening of a new club that he owns.
Oh, he owns a
Amazing.
club
Thank you,
now.
guys.
Oh, my bad, boss.
Sure,
Word.
yeah. Amazing. Good. All right, thank you guys. Fred's about to come join us.
Besides the dog, cat, whatever the fuck is sitting on top of them shits. Is her shit red? Did she keep a flashlight on? Like,
The OD wasn't some side story. It's
but I want to know, like, where are you at? You probably like in LA or something. Cause where are you that all these white girls in the club? Might be in like California, definitely.
pretty much his whole brand and identity at this point. This extreme drug use, the reckless living, the pushing his body to limits that, you know, have yet to be seen on live stream. And that doesn't include his reckless actions with women, the racism, all these other things like that.
In the hospital, like, what are you gonna do, like, after you leave? And I was like, dude, I got the
It's a nice ass
grand
crib,
opening.
though.
And they were like, oh, I don't think you should go. I think you should take it easy, rest. I was like, dude, gotta be on the grind.
You see, this is what makes him much, much different. I think for the past couple of years, we've been marking people like Andrew Tate and Fresh and Fit as some of the worst people to have as role models for young adult males. And for what it's worth, at the time they were. And
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I used to watch Fresh and Fit mostly just cause it was like something that I can watch at work. Not even just watch at work, I would watch at night while I edit. And I just wanted to, like, I guess for motivation to get money. But after a while, it started getting redundant. Like, y'all are bringing up the same talking points. You're talking to the same type of females. You're saying the same shit. Y'all don't live the way y'all, I'm saying, claim to live. Y'all act like Fresh. Let's be honest, this nigga wouldn't be shit without money. He wouldn't have the pull he got without money. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't know, he's socially awkward, so he doesn't know how to talk to girls, doesn't know how to talk, period. And then you got Fit, who's a literal incel. Well, was. The Revenge of the Nerds type shit. Like, I'm talking like, he wasn't getting no play when he was younger. So now he got his money up and got his funny up and started like, back then y'all wasn't fucking with me, but I'm rich now, and now y'all want to fuck with me. Nah, fuck you, bitch. Da 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 da. And it's not really like, I don't know. I don't think that, like, I mean, you out here talking about how you up on some player shit and you getting played by a rollerblade nigga, a skating nigga. Okay.
maybe still are, but maybe second on that list. You see, those guys sold ideas and dreams of things. We saw both Myron and Walter.
I'll still listen to them about getting some money though, because they know how to do that. But other than that, when it comes to the females, like don't get it fucked up. Like, y'all keep coming in my comments talking about I'm chopped and shit like that. Like, bro, I'm not chopped, gang. I'm just not photogenic, but I'm a handsome ass nigga, and I'll steal your bitch too. Word. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanna get spicy? Let's get spicy, nigga. Bring a girl around me. She took. If she look, she took, nigga. And she gonna be took because she looking. Word.
/ women pregnant, for Pete's sake. These guys were frauds, and they just put their words on microphones for the public to hear. Not only does Clavicular have that microphone that broadcasts to the world, but he's also giving people a live demo of what that lifestyle actually looks like. That overdose turned it into marketing far greater than any yacht party or thousands of women that were supposedly hanging out with Fresh and Fit. I'm gonna tell you exactly why it was more dangerous.
Myron's been quite open about the fact that he expects to be in a relationship in which there's one-way monogamy, as he calls it. He's allowed to basically pursue other relationships,
open
but
relationship.
but you're not.
The women that he's with, he's just gonna be with them for like a night or so, whatever. But I don't think he sees me that way because there is a reason why I've stayed so long with him.
You know, that's a bridge we'll cross when we get there. Like right now,
That mean? That's
Like
so
you can't
weird.
even be straight up and just say it. Yeah, I can do what I want. She can't, straight like that. That's how it's working. This is my program and she's in it. You can't say that in front of her. You just gonna that's just the bridge that we're gonna have to get there. Nigga, stop beating around the bush, nigga. Just say it. Cause you know damn well if you say the wrong thing, she's gonna look at you like, no, this is not what that is. I understand what's going on, but it's gonna get to a point, and it got to a point.
It's something you never
You
know.
over here
Man.
stuttering.
You can always change your mind down the road. Who knows? Maybe I'll say, I only just want to be with one girl because the two would be too tough. You know,
You've backtracked on that already. The 1% male, that ultimate masculine, that he's
Frank, go her. Sorry. Also, I need if you could clean up the room too.
Yeah,
I
right.
need some help. Yeah, with that.
Was that okay? By the way, I always feel weird. Like
No. It's
you
cool.
know, it's awkward though.
No.
How did you feel? It felt a little awkward.
No, not at all. She's with me
I
on
don't
the
think
street.
she's as on board as you are.
On board with what specifically?
You know what? Like just the
program.
idea of other ladies.
No, we've had these discussions.
I saw a little bit of pain in her. No, definitely.
No.
Yes, think
Fine.
if I said to her like, you would have Myron all to yourself, would you rather have that? You don't think she would say, yeah, 100%, of course.
She would say whatever makes him happy.
A few moments later.
It's been several months, guys, that we haven't been together. She was a good girlfriend, bro. We haven't been together for a minute, and she wants a family. And I can't give that to her right now.
I remember a day and age in which Andrew Tate was banned from pretty much every single social media platform, full stop. His name had more Google searches than the Kardashians. And no one, and I do mean no one, could not talk about the Fresh and Fit panel. People were pulling millions upon millions of views every single week based off of these guys' names. The alpha talk, the gender war talk, the wealth talk, the dominance
All that shit got
talk.
tiring,
But at the
bro.
end of it all, it became
And
more of an
I think that at some point, I'm not gonna lie to you, I blame them that this gender war shit is still going because these females is still bringing it up, still talking about it and shit like that. I'm tired of seeing it on my feed, bro. It used to be to a point where like Threads was the only wholesome app I had where it was just genuine like post and fun shit and cool questions and topics and stuff like that. Then you just start getting all these, as a man, why do men, if you're a man, like all that gender war stuff, I don't want to hear it no more, man. I'm tired. I got gender war fatigue. Word. Like, I'm tired of that shit, bro. And it's these niggas' fault, bro. Word. These niggas' fault.
Ideology than an actual lifestyle.
You could say it started with Kevin Samuels, but it really don't because it wasn't nothing tied to gender in a way. It was just like, nigga, I was talking to these niggas and y'all wasn't paying me no mind. So I started talking to the females. They started calling up. I started telling them how it is. And now that started gaining traction. And then that's what it became, nigga. Y'all wasn't paying attention to me when I was talking to these niggas and straightening them up. I'm straightening up these shorties too, but I'm holding them accountable. I'm holding everybody accountable. And then it blew up. I ain't really gonna give him, you know what I'm saying, because he was pushing marriage and all that. But you know the type of, it started from Fresh and Fit, and then all these other podcasts try to mimic the little the blueprint and stuff like that. It's just started going off the walls with the gender shit, like talking to women crazy on a podcast, invite them over to talk crazy and shit like that. And you look at them and there's some chubby ass, loser ass nigga that thinks because he got money now, he got a good podcast with a couple of views and shit like that, he could talk to females any way he want, and he not gonna get any for real without the money, huh? But it's like it just left a bad taste in the mouth for social media, gang, and that's the problem that we have today. Is that everybody has unrealistic standards because of social media, but it stems from these niggas. I'm putting all the blame on these niggas somehow, some way. I'm putting the blame on them.
A man isn't about sitting at home with your 7, paying the council tax, and saving up.
I'll say he contributed
at
to
the
it.
end of the year, you can go to Spain and sit by a pool and have a few drinks. That is a waste of the masculine essence. It is your job to be so important that you're invited to the strangest places on the planet and millions of dollars are transferred into your fucking bank account.
But that day doesn't really exist anymore. For the most part, people get annoyed when people make videos about this, and there are people that are content creators that won't even touch the red pill manosphere side of the internet anymore. The curtain's been pulled back, and a lot of them, for what it's worth, have been exposed for being either fraudsters, grifters, or not actually living the lives that they say they do in their videos. And for the few instances in which their messages still do reign true, to be quite honest with you, People just aren't believing it anymore. I think that some people have gotten smarter about the red pill community as a whole, and they are just seeing through the rose-tinted glasses that they've been selling.
Like, bro, I literally seen a video of, it was, I guess, Fresh had his own podcast and stuff like that, and his co-host was basically like throwing him alley-oops to a shorty and shit like that. He was acting mad awkward. Like he don't know how to talk to females and stuff. Like, nigga, just talk. Just have a normal conversation. You don't got to raise him up. None of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he just couldn't do it. He was just being awkward. He was stuttering. He was just being awkward. Like, he don't know how to talk to females, gang. Like, if you didn't have the clout, what are you doing? You don't got no mouthpiece for real, because it ain't the looks.
The past couple of years. And this is exactly where they messed up. See, instead of these guys, actually going out there and living their lives, they stayed behind these mics and these screens as a way to protect themselves. So it was easy to chip away at that armor. But this right here is where Clavicular differs. Clavicular isn't talking to you about the journey. He's not saying this will happen at the end of the rainbow if you chase it. He's not saying, hey, if you go down this path, these things will happen for you. He's not saying any of that stuff. He's actually doing it.
Well, I mean, since about the age of 14, I was in all these niche parts of the internet, going through different forums. This is something I've been researching for 6 years. And I would spend every single day at school, I'd be on my computer reading various studies. It's just educating myself on a ton of different subjects, right? Because looksmaxing is extremely comprehensive.
Part of the messaging that people had to go against some of the Tate brothers and the other red pill manosphere guys is that, hey, there's no positive outcome for you at the end of this. And for what it's worth, they always showed a quote unquote finished product. So there was always some gray area, but Clavicular is different. He's shown every single step of the journey. And he's teaching these young boys out here that are watching this content that, these needles and these pills and these potions won't destroy your life. It'll actually accelerate it to the pathway of success. What makes all of it worse to me is that culturally speaking, he is being rewarded for speed running a downfall. Sure, he might face some hardships. He might look a little bit older. His legs might look a little bit weird. He even might face a heart attack or two. But at the end of the day, is he still being rewarded with, I don't know, People magazine profiles, being on GQ, or hell, even walking in New York Fashion Week? This is a problem that I have with American mainstream society, is that once we have somebody who is, for all intents and purposes, an objectively bad and destructive person, we don't condemn them and then push them to the side to ignore them. We actually put them in the forefront of the conversation. When I was younger, one of the biggest accomplishments that you could have, it was one that was recognized by like my grandparents' generation, was having a 60 Minutes interview. People would gather around TVs to watch whatever scientist or inventor or civil rights leader was talking about their newfound endeavor on 60 Minutes. There was a day and age where the person sitting across
I haven't heard 60 Minutes in mad long.
Was extremely respected. But now we're in a day where Clavicular is who is sitting across from them, and this is the topic of conversation. Looksmaxing, putting a hammer to your face, sticking yourself with a bunch of needles.
You could height mog them, you could be taller. It typically means like outshining someone in some regard.
Are you mugging me right now?
Well, in what metric?
Any?
Status mogging.
What do you mean by that?
I might be status mogging you, maybe money mogging. Who's to say, right? I don't know, but like those are different types of mogs that you could achieve on.
This terminology is frying me.
Pertain to looks, right? So there's all types of mogs.
Like what kind of?
He's aura maxing right now.
Give him the fucking Nobel Peace Prize, I guess. Everywhere Clavicular turns in 2026, he is being validated for saying the most outrageous things, destroying his own life, and ultimately portraying.
I'm always seeing this nigga like this though, like chill, laid back, just chilling out of his business, whether he be in a club, whether he be like chilling with other streamers and stuff like that, whether he on an interview, he just chilling and shit. I want to see what y'all be talking about, saying he's racist and all that. What's the racist shit they be saying? I want to see the clips like that. What is he saying,
thousands,
bro?
and I do mean thousands.
What's the outrageous stuff that he be saying, gang? Because I have yet to see it.
To get this stupid rhetoric off, and others are actually condoning
Let it fly
and playing into it.
I had sex with them last night, so now I'm moving on to you.
Oh wow.
So I'm not like in the lineup. Like I'm not like you can't. I'm either one or like none.
Oh, definitely none then.
Okay.
But that's all good.
Just kidding. He can have me in the lineup.
Now, from a capitalist perspective,
you see, this is what I be saying, bro. And I'm not even talking about Clavicular. I'm talking about these hoes, gang. Yes, hoes, because that is a hoe. You're going. You're in attendance. You're going. Listen, These females don't be standing on shit for real. They be talking that shit on Instagram. They be talking that shit on Twitter, Threads, all that. But when it come down to it in the real world game, they going, dog. They do not. What they say don't add up to what they do. It's really like that. They say how they don't put up with this and they expect that, and they have standards for this, and that. But then they fold under certain circumstances and they don't stand on business, gang. And that's you can clearly see it right here. Because that was wild. If it's not just I'm the only one, then it's none. All right, then I guess it's none. Then that's cool. It's fine. Oh damn, he's not gonna. Okay, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'll be part of the lineup. Spread his legs, nigga. Damn, what?
I guess
they don't stand on nothing.
Everybody is pushing Clavicular right now. They see him as a cash cow. Hey, this young kid is, garnering the eyes of a massive audience, no matter what's going on, even if it is pushing him closer and closer to no longer existing on this earth. And guess what? That ultimately doesn't faze me. I don't necessarily care about that. As long as he's not endangering my bag, then I don't really care. I'm just gonna, get it off for him. But what scares me is the fact that they're not taking into consideration all of the young and impressionable people that are watching Clavicular in real time. Those that are not seeing his actions as warnings, but more so as proof. He's not being socially quarantined, he's being socially rewarded. And then once that happens, anybody attempting to do any sort of combating of the rhetoric will always get pushed to the side because there's validations at every single metric. Yeah, he overdosed, but guess what? The next day he bounced back and made $10 to $20 to $30, $40,000 and now has a 60 minutes interview. The only reason why I think that he's able to get away with this stuff is because he's exploiting a dark truth that people don't want to really have conversation about.
But let's act like these, like having an overdose and shit like that and coming back like nothing happened and shit like that ain't normal, gang. It is in this industry where back then, you know what I'm saying, you had a lot of celebrities doing overdoses. Well, they wasn't coming back from those, so. But I'm saying like a lot of these people, they were either noticeably coked out or looking like they were on drugs and stuff like that, and then they'll snap back. They'll be having interviews. They'll still be doing shows. They'll still be in some movies. I mean, still guest appearing, doing interviews. Let's not act like this is a new thing, though.
Clavicular's rise is built off of social
always been
bias.
A thing.
Looks matter, presentation
Lindsay Lohan,
matter.
nigga.
Attractiveness sways the thought
That's one
process
example.
and ideology of people.
Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown. It go deep, nigga. Diddy. R. Kelly. Come on, gang.
People and their opinions generally skew to those that are perceived to be more.
I'm not comparing all them niggas to Diddy. I'm just saying, like,
show that those that are more conventionally attractive see a more biased form of sentencing in court proceedings, bias being in favor towards them. And there are studies that show that, hey, if you are more attractive in the labor market, that you will see greater rewards as far as job prospects, raises, other opportunities, et cetera, et cetera. The uncomfortable truth is that Clavicular is not persuasive because he's completely wrong. He's persuasive because he's weaponizing a real bias that exists in everyday people. So the lie isn't that looks don't matter. I would never want to sit here and be that obtuse. But the lie is that you need to destroy yourself in order to cash in on this truth.
You got to destroy yourself to build yourself, to rebuild, if you will. You know what I'm saying? It's a saying in the military, we got to break you to damn, I don't forgot. We got to break you to rebuild or something like that. I'll look it up, but it is a saying in the military that works. You know what I'm saying? We got to break you down to, you know what I'm saying? Get some structure in you. You feel me? To break those bad habits and shit and reinvent yourself. You did.
The whole time he's been telling a young audience that he is selling looksmaxing and, making sure that you're mogging 24/7 and you're looking proper and all this other stuff, but that's not true. The reality is that basic self-improvement is real. I'm never going to be on here and tell you that it's not. Self-improvement is something that a lot of people should go through. Basic showering, skincare, get a better haircut, get a better job, open up your vocabulary, read more books, become more intelligent, better clothes, all these different things. Most young men will see improvements by doing these things almost instantly in their life. But that's not what Clavicular's saying. He's never told you, hey, you need to just sleep 8 hours a day and maybe switch out a candy bar for an apple on a more consistent basis. basis to see the improvements in your life. No, he's telling you to take an actual hammer, and I do mean an actual hammer, and place it to your face as a way to make your life better. And so now you can see his impact on culture as younger kids are taking to the internet, not only using his vocabulary, but also using his tactics as a part of their new lifestyle in order to become better and more successful.
Layla's father declined an on-camera interview, but told us he's deeply concerned about his son and overwhelmed by the misinformation Zion uses to justify his steroid use.
Are you not worried that you could do real harm to your body?
Stupid.
I'd say I do care, and I know what can come with it. I'm just gonna do it the safest way possible. If I have a heart attack at 30, I have a heart attack.
Self-improvement would work
That last
on
statement
any
is
and
crazy,
everybody, and it doesn't have to come at the cost of being an extreme, but Clavicular knows that. He knows that people are stubborn, people want results instantly, that the baseline is boring, and that the extreme will go viral. The algorithms will reward the insanity. So then why not sell it? He's gonna make self-destruction look like the real price of admission to get into this upper echelon of success. As we saw in that Netflix documentary about the manosphere, you know, more developed minds may see all this stuff
I still gotta
as
see that.
chaos,
See what they talking about.
nonsense, and something that they don't want to be a part of. But the youth don't get that. They don't comprehend that. They see this as just a byproduct of success. They're looking at the stats, they're looking at the cars, they're looking at the viewership, they're looking at the women, the money, the headlines, credible headlines at that. We're not just talking about random, you know, one-off streamer clip channels and pages on twitter.com. No, they're talking about real life headlines, ones that people had to work hard to get to. And they're saying to themselves, hey, the only way for me to find some sort of success in this life is if I follow this specific path. And what's really getting buried in all of this is Clavicular's messaging about how he's only doing this for money.
All you care about is money? Why the fuck else would I stream? You think this is a passion project? Of course, all I care about is money. Like, what are you talking about? Why the fuck else would I be streaming? You think I like doing this shit?
Like, think about it though. I hate when people like say shit like that, because what do you think that these niggas is doing this shit for? You think these niggas is doing it because they love it? Sure, they might have fun doing it, but the real reason that they're doing it is because they see the money and how lucrative it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you think I'm doing this shit just because I like to do it, nigga? I like to do it, but that's not the only reason why I'm doing it. You know what I mean? It's a goal at the end of the day. So, like, you got to be real with yourself, gang. You're not working because you like working. You're working to get paid. Whether you have passion with it, it shows in your work. But I'm just saying, like, niggas is not doing this shit just to do it.
Going to these shit ass
Until you get to a certain point, then you're doing it just to do it because you like to do it. You don't need to do it no more or as frequent. But when you coming up, bro, you're not doing it just for fun. You're hoping that it grows into something, gang.
every single fucking day. It's the same thing every time. I hate it. I don't want to do it. At least I'm honest with you.
That right there is the thing about Clavicular. He's not making this look like some sort of tragic thing that's going on and he's suffering through success and maybe that this is the only way possible. He's making all of this look aspirational, as if it's a necessity to do in order to rise to the top. He knows this stuff. He acknowledges this stuff. But I can almost guarantee you that none of that is getting through to his young and impressionable audience.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't get on these streams and do this if it wasn't for money. The reason I do my kick stream every single day and I go to clubs and I drug myself to the point where I'm able to actually like interact in public, that shit is for money. I'm not passionate about the fact that I'm basically a drug addict to do this shit, okay? I want to stop doing this as soon as possible. It's so obvious, and anyone who's got a brain will say the same thing. That's why I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I do it for money, you know what I mean? People will do this trying to be a messiah. It's ridiculous. Everyone is in this for money.
The saddest part is that he has a lot of copycats and imitators already in the space, but
I really want to see who.
Who's them and Clavicular himself. He has a lot of access. He has a lot of money. He has a bigger audience than them. And not saying that that excuses it or means that he can really afford to do these drugs as well, but his landing is going to be a little bit softer than some of these imitators. It's gotten so bad in this space that even somebody like a Rampage Jackson has had to interject and say like, hey, you guys need to slow down because this can only end badly.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing though. Streamers, we stick together. That's why I fuck with you, because you're a streamer, but I don't like that you do steroids.
Allegedly.
I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna think about what I said in like 5 years, you'll be like, I wouldn't listen to Rampage. I'm gonna tell you this. Stop doing steroids. Look at your stretch marks. I see it. I know everything, nigga. You know what? I used to fight in Japan. I used to fight steroid freaks just like you.
This is why Clavicular is more dangerous than anything we have ever seen before. He's putting out
Allegedly.
evidence. The words are meaningless if there's no visual to it. And on a day and age where everybody's clipping up everything, every moment is live, every moment is visible, that video element of him actually doing these things really drives it home. You don't need to agree with how he goes about doing these things. You just have to look and see how society is accepting him and even platforming him and pedestalizing him better and faster than anybody before him. He's Tate 2.0. He's Myron and Walter 2.0. He's all of the extreme guys that commentary channels have been talking about for the past 3, 4, 5 years, but just the updated version. That last method is patched. You can't come in the space anymore, put a couple of girls on a couch with microphones and say, hey ladies, high value man, does your man need to make 100K anymore? You don't need to do that anymore because it won't work. He's showing in real time that if you take it to this next extreme level,
peak 2019, 2020, maybe 2021 content, bro. So a whole lot of that. Literally, to this day, they still asking that same question. I don't understand why y'all keep giving that type of shit energy, bro. It's just like, it's draining me, nigga. Just watching it. As soon as I hear that shit, I tune out, gang. I'm like, damn, we still talking about this. You still asking what shorty want. You know what I'm saying? If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, then it's not. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody out there that like that. There's somebody out there who don't like that. There's somebody out there for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga. Just because she likes a certain way, that's just how she like it. You ain't got to get, you're not trying to get with her, nigga. You know what I'm saying? She not trying to get with you, apparently, if you got a problem with it. So, let it rock, nigga. There's somebody else that's going to like what you like and do what you do. Or do what you like to do. Do what you like them to do.
You will get rewarded beyond your wildest dreams. He's at an interesting intersection of 3 different things: young male insecurity, pretty privilege, and an internet that rewards this extremity. And he's maximizing it to hell. This is a dangerous combination, and I do think that we need to get in front of it. When we see these big broadcasts and publications talk about this guy, I think that we need to condemn them being so serious. Unless they are highlighting these things in a manner in which they are condemning it explicitly, not by platforming him and then condemning it, but I just mean straight up condemning him. Other than that, I don't understand a reason why you would be talking about this type of content creator, because the only thing that this will do is put him in the eyes of young and impressionable men who will...
Hey, at the end of the day, it's what you're doing, Omar. You're giving this nigga a platform, just like I said with DH. Let's not act like, you know what I'm saying, you doing this is not going to bring other people to it or familiar, like make people familiar with his content. Like, you're aiding that by covering it multiple times. I wasn't in tune when he overdosed. I didn't know what they were talking about. I seen that video that DH did, and I was like, I don't know. That sounds kind of crazy, but that's not really my lane. Like, I already did a couple Clavicular videos and shit like that. That's cool, but it's like, not really, you know what I mean? Not really my steez, but hey. That being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure that y'all comment down below, leave a like, and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Notice Squad, because we is almost at 1K. Let's get there. With that being said, locked in. Let's get it.